Hey everybody, it's me, and we're going to talk about the upcoming Stick Your Fangs into an All Hallows Eve stick pin swap. Now, we're going to talk about bead size and what's acceptable for this swap and what's not. And not to say that anything's wrong with any of these stick pins, it's just a totally different look that we're going for the Halloween swap, because it is one of the last stick pin swaps that I'll be hosting. So I just wanted to make sure everybody knows, because I don't know whose stick pins these are, other than the few that are mine. So I just want to let you all know that they are awesome. They're just not what we're looking for when it comes to this upcoming Halloween stick pin swap. And I just wanted to show you some examples of what we're looking for. Okay? Now, with the short pins, because it seems like people might think that you can't really doll up a short pin. Okay, let me show you. This is a really nice short pin. Okay, this bead's probably a 10 millimeter or even a 12 millimeter, but it's really nice. It's reusable for, other projects, excuse me. Okay, now you set them aside, these other ones, okay, which are just as beautiful, okay, but they're really small, okay, and that's not what we're looking for this upcoming swap. And like I said, they are beautiful. I love them. I don't know who made them, but you can take a small one with a big bead and make it classy and beautiful. Okay, just like there's another small one that's awesome. You've got a focal bead and maybe one or two spacers and a bead cap. And then you've got this one, and that's awesome, okay? Now, those are awesome too, but that's just not what we're looking for. We're not looking for any tiny beads. We want the wow factor. We want a focal bead. It's one of the last swaps I'll be doing, so it needs to go out with a bang. And I just wanted to show you guys that we're not doing any seed beads, where your whole pen is nothing but seed beads, okay? That's actually not going to be allowed for any stick pen swaps ever in the group or that I host on YouTube, okay? Now, I know you progress, when you're a beginner, so I understand that beginners do start off with small beads, because I did it myself, okay? Now, let me show you some stick pens that were beginners done by me. I still had a big bead, but they were smaller. And then, for my next swap, I understood by seeing everybody else's beads that I needed to, amp up my game. So, progressing from that to that, I think is normal. And that's how we all should be. Sorry for the shadow. But that's definitely acceptable. Not this one. That one's acceptable for the Halloween swap. You can go all the way out, wow, and do even a dangle, okay? And more beads doesn't mean doesn't mean that that's going all the way out. You can do several beads, and the size and the spacers and the bead caps is what makes it awesome. Like, that's acceptable. That's acceptable, and it doesn't have huge beads, but see how they're placed and how beautiful they are. This one is awesome out of sight. There's a lot of beads, but it's a wow factor, so you can go with a lot of beads, or you can go with, a minimum amount, but you still have the wow factor like these. Okay, these are all acceptable ones that I'm showing you here. That, yes, you can do a lot, and no, you don't have to do a lot of beads to still have wow pins. Just like this one. It's not huge beads, but they're beautiful. The bead quality is beautiful. Okay, just like this one. This was a first timer also. And even though they're not huge beads, it's still a usable wow bead, because you have really nice beads. Here's another example. There's only 3 on this one, and it's still wow. It's still beautiful. It's acceptable. We have this one that somebody wanted to put, a lot of beads, and that's acceptable, and that's reusable. You could also do 3 or 4 beads, and it'd still be wow, with, you know, 1 big bead and 2 spacers. So that's another acceptable one for Halloween. You could do that. That's acceptable. That's awesome. Okay? But with the bigger pins, we want to do a little bit more this swap. Not to say these aren't beautiful, because I love these. I can't wait to use these on some 4th of July projects. So, like I said, I don't know whose beads these are, stick pins, but they're beautiful. You know, I love them. The bead quality is awesome. It's just we're looking for more than that on the large stick pins for this Halloween swap, okay? So we've got, you know, what we're looking for, okay, in the big beads, what we're not looking for, and then on the short ones, this is what I'm looking for, okay? Even this one is okay. And then not okay for this swap. No tiny beads, no seed beads. You don't have to use bead caps. I suggest to use some bead caps. There's plenty of time. It's only July, and this is going on in October, and personally I have a very tiny budget for beads. But with all that time, if you really want to do a nice stick pin, you have plenty of time to hit clearances and sales and internet, and, you know, I know if I can do it, you can do it, because I think people would would be in shock if they knew what I had to live off of. So I know if I can make, you know, something nice with a big bead and some bead caps, which, yes, I know that that's the reason why I kept this one, is because my glue settled wrong and it kind of made it wobbly. But I still think it's pretty. I still think it's usable. Also, the presentation cards will also be all out wow as well. It is going to be required. All the rest of my swaps, I don't require you to do, you know, go all out. But this Halloween swap is definitely your A game, ladies, and that's what we're looking for. And I want to make sure that everybody that does spend a lot of time and money and effort in the stick pins also receive stick pins that was wowed and took a long time. That's why I wanted to make sure y'all knew these are all beautiful, okay? We're just looking for Pacific, okay? Like your 2 inches or shorter beads, or I'm sorry, 2 inches or 2-inch short stick pins, because we're not doing anything less than 2 inches on the stick pins. Can look like that with big beads, and then you've got that with the smaller beads, okay? Which is just as beautiful, but we're just not looking for these smaller beads. Now, all your stick pins 2.5 and above, we're looking for, you know, these examples. Even though those are beautiful and quality beads, we're just not looking for, you know, smaller beads. You know, we want to go all out wow. So, like I said, I hope everybody realizes that these are all beautiful, okay? Every single one of them that I've ever received, I love. So I don't want anybody to take me wrong or think that I don't like my stick pins that are with tiny beads, because I do. I love them. I can't wait to use them. I just want everybody to know that we're on the same page for the Halloween stick pin swap. So comment, PM me. I'd rather have 1,000 questions and 1,000 clarifications than somebody at the end not being on the same page. Bye.